having a great evening, and we are going to continue our study of the patient is the capacity through get that hurts. And today, in all we century, we have been accustomed to being able to take pain pills when we want. Aspirin and get rid of a headache. Well, aspirin didn't always work on every headache, and so they increased the dose. Also worked good for stuff going for. Also, one of the reasons and tools will help. Pain is one reason why we lack patience. We life, terrible burdens, or maybe you woke up one day and realized that you just have a lot of debt, unbearable, and that could result in lack of patience, spiritual pain, realizing that we have sin, realizing that we're not perfect and that we will never be perfect can cause a spiritual pain. Maybe uh, miserable. So soon not even show up for worship service. Don't be. Always show up for worship service. Try to get along with that brother or sister that is picking on you or trying to make your life miserable. If you can, be the better person and always greet them with a smile and be ready to hug them or shake their hand and wish them well. It may help them. They may never realize that they are doing what quarterback is just not doing very good. What he does, the pass is too long, the pass is too short, the pass is off the mark, or it gets right to the receiver's hands and they drop it for what it for offensive line and offense just takes off. Well, it could be a lack of confidence, can it? Same way with anything that we're involved in our lives. We can have a lack of confidence, and that can make us have lack of patience, lack of self-control. I'm stepping on my toes now, guys. Lack of self-control. How many times have we always done something and we say, why did I do that for? I know better. I shouldn't have done that. Maybe you spent money on something that you knew that you should have saved that money for something else that you knew was coming down the line, but you didn't. And now you're in trouble. Lack of self-control, whatever it is. All these things, and you could add to the list, can't you? You sure can. You know yourself better than I do. I find all all so lack of patience, have short patience or not much at all. Well, there's a test. I want to go secular here for a minute because patience, after all, is persons in a kingdom. Now they could do whatever they wanted with leave it, and they all told if they waited, they could have something better. Well, the better part was another marshmallow. But each one had a choice to wait or eat that marshmallow immediately. Those that waited, those that had patience, those that persevered, those that waited was given a second marshmallow. And they study these children had a higher success. Now, you may be saying, Tim, that's great. I could do another small. What does it have to do with being to do? wait for our prize, eternal life in heaven. We all enjoy the pleasures of life that is here on earth, and that is totally up to you or me to do so. However we wish to do it, we will be judged. Solomon says that in Ecclesiastes 12. You know, all that from him, free will, we do decide what little bit of joy that we think the world offers through physical things that's going to eventually says in first that is the same value out of it for many years, except for maybe a house. But even if you don't take care of the house, that value goes down. Or if a lot of things happen around your house, property gets ruined, doesn't be kept up, and things like that, your property and have the confidence. So, how are Christians like to study? Each is given free will. We have instant gratification. Patience is how we still and know is used directly 3 times, but it is implied 32 times in the Bible. In 1 Samuel chapter 12:16, God wants us to wait. We are to wait for him to take action. Isaiah 40:31, again, we are to wait for God to take action. Isaiah 40:31, we are to wait for God to renew our strength. In Job 6:24, let God teach us. God is a very great teacher. He may not be the nicest teacher. He's the strictest teacher because he has high standards that he wants his followers to obtain and maintain, and we can, but we have to let him teach. In Psalm 62, verses 5 through 6, he is our refuge that cannot be shaken. No matter what Satan tries to do, if we put ourselves in the refuge of God or in God's care, only thing that can take us out of that care is you and me. Watch out if you do, but an encouragement to you. Thank you for your time. And he goes, Tim, I want you to know one thing. When you fall down into a pit, you have a choice. You can stay face down into the mud, and that's all you're going to see. Or you could turn around and look up and see the stars and reach for the stars. Reach for the stars. That's where God is. He's not down in the mud, face down in the mud. God is up, ready with an outstretched hand to help pull you up out of your despair. But you got to have patience. Until next week, God bless.